everyone. My name is Key Light and welcome back to my channel. So today we're going to get into our Sunday school lesson called Unbiased Actions. What does it mean to be unbiased and how does your actions define you? So today's scripture is going to come from Exodus chapter 23, verse 1 through 12. And as you always know, I always read the Message Translation Bible because it just gets right down to the point. So with our lesson being unbiased, we always have to keep in our mind, what does it mean to be fair? What does it mean by justice? Is it just is or is it equality? And then also our actions. Think about it. We are midway through January. How are our actions defining us at this very moment? Are we making right decisions? Are we controlling our emotions? Are we acting out in kindness and love? And are we trusting the process with God? Also, have you ever been misjudged or dealt with prejudice where people have judged you unfairly just because of maybe the way you look, where you come from, and some of the things that you do? A snapshot, but not the full picture. With this lesson, we're going to get into the 10 commandments, how we should act, and how sometimes maybe we might treat people unfairly, and also how we need to make sure that through it all, God is going to judge us in an unbiased way and make sure that our actions are accordingly. So you all know that I like to chunk the scriptures, so we're going to get into Exodus chapter 23, verse 1 through 3. Don't pass on malicious gossip. Don't link up with a wicked person and give corrupt testimony. Don't go along with the crowd in doing evil, and don't fudge your testimony in a case just to please the crowd. And just because someone is poor, don't show favoritism in a dispute. So who is speaking exactly? Well, you've guessed it. It's God, and he is giving it to us straight up. There's no running around. He's getting straight to the point. Isn't it amazing that God gets straight to the point? There's sometimes no kind of run around in the discussion. He's letting you know, don't engage in gossip. And don't treat people unfairly. And that is the essence of it all. It starts with the communication. When we talk about people, talk about things, it can get so misconstrued that we get into the naysayers. We get into being prejudiced, of misconceptions, of spreading false truths. And it could end up destroying someone. You know, the power of the tongue is so deadly, and we have to watch out for that. It's so easy to get caught up, especially with social media, especially with TV. We love to look at the gossip. We love to engage in the gossip blog sites, but we have to be careful because that's a slippery slope to destruction. When we judge people, when we talk about people, when we talk about things that we have even heard, we are just as guilty as the person who started it. So we have to be conscious of that. And I like to do this. At the beginning of the day, I used to always reach for my phone, get on social media, wanting to know what's going on. I challenge you all this week, let's just not go to our phone the first thing we get up in the morning, and let's just meditate and make sure we say, we are going to do the right thing. We are going to say positive things. We are not going to engage in the shade and the messiness. Now let's go to Exodus chapter 23, verse 4 through 9. If you find your enemy's ox or donkeys loose, take it back to him. If you see the donkey of someone who hates you lying helpless, unload its load. Don't walk off and leave it. Help it up. When there is a dispute concerning your poor, don't tamper with the justice due them. Stay clear of the false accusations. Don't contribute to the death of innocent and good people. I don't let the wicked off the hook. Don't take bribes. Bribes blind perfectly good eyes and twist the speech of good people. So we have three main concepts to go over. I love when he talks about the donkey. When I think about the donkey parable, in a way, I think about maybe even, and this is going to go into another lesson, think about money in a situation. When we see someone we don't like and they maybe have left money or they've left something very valuable to them, a necklace, are you going to let them know that they left their money, on the table? Are you going to let them know that they left their grandmother's heirloom? Are you going to give it to them? Are you going to not tell them and keep it for yourself? Are you going to go against the poor because of a social economic status? Are we going to, for the third thing, are we going to go along with the crowd just because of the essence of how the world works? We have to decide right now in January, what is the right path that we need to take as Christians? We need to love on people, and we need to love on people that even do us wrong. Even people that do not have our best interests. We cannot treat that the same way. A wrong and a wrong doesn't make a right. We have to step up to the plate and show how love truly works. How sometimes talking bad about people will never go the right way. So we have to model the good behavior. Lastly, let's go to Exodus chapter 23, verse 10 through 12. Sow your land for 6 years and gather in its crops. But in the 7th year, leave it alone. Give it a rest so that the poor may eat from it. When they leave, let the wildlife have. Do the same with your vineyards and olive groves. Work for 6 days and rest the 7th, so your ox and donkey may rest, and your servant and migrant workers may have time to get their needed rest. And that's a great way to end our Sunday school lesson. The essence of why we have Sunday school, it is that day of rest and observation. We do good works throughout every single day, but Sunday is the day, that 7th day is the day where we need to honor and recognize the good things. We need to have unbiased thoughts and unbiased actions. We need to treat people fairly. We need to not misjudge. We need to not engage. Even having that listening ear to gossip can be deadly. And we always have to put God first through it all. I hope you all enjoyed this lesson. Until next time, I love you all.